The national government has been tight-lipped on the total cost of importing 43 expensive vehicles that will be used to ferry world leaders during the APEC summit. 40 Maseratis and 3 Bentleys, all luxurious vehicles, were manufactured in developed countries and imported for the purpose of APEC. Mosby Northwest MP Semekere Morauta asked the government on the total cost of these vehicles. The questions were directed to the Prime Minister. Since the first shipment of these expensive vehicles, not much has been said on who in the private sector had to foot the import bill, despite the government's stand that the vehicles were bought by the private sector.
Like many other international events that we have hosted in the past 40 years, there has always been arrangement whereby the private sector will buy those vehicles so that it saves government money, and then the private sector will take ownership of the vehicles after the events are finished.
The 40 Maseratis were imported from Italy through a car dealer based in Sri Lanka, and it has become clear that when the Leaders Summit ends, the expensive vehicles will be sold to the private sector.
The invoice confirms that these vehicles were bought from a spare parts sales company, not an international dealer. Maserati does have a dealership in Australia. We went halfway across the world to air freight these cars, air freight at a cost of 4 million kina, halfway across the world, flew them to Papua New Guinea. Most Papua New Guineans cannot even afford to get on a plane. The Prime Minister has failed to explain why he purchased it from a backdoor dealer or back road dealer in Sri Lanka.
But despite weeks of debate on whether it was a waste of taxpayers' money, the government maintains that it was a cabinet decision to have these vehicles flown into the country.
Government has deliberately went ahead and bought these vehicles because using the budgeted amount of money from finance, and of course we will sell it to recover the monies that are going to be returned as the cost of the vehicles that we have purchased. So,
and the Prime Minister announced in Parliament today that one of the 3 Bentleys will become the official vehicle for the Governor General. Tekla Gunga, National EMTV News.